So in this week's classes, we've been sharing the idea of spaces in between. So that transition between no longer, but not yet. And at the moment, as this is filmed, we're in the stage where we're beginning to see the first coming out of lockdown. So we're still in a very different space to where we were, but we're not by any means back to normal. And that can feel really unsettling for people for so many reasons. So what I'd love this practice to explore is how we can explore transitions on our mat and how we might react to that in a physical way. But really, rather than feeling transitions as unsettling, ungrounding, unnerving, which they can be, can we instead see these transitions as an opportunity to gather strength, to gather momentum, and to find those really beautiful moments? It's often in those in-between moments where you kind of get that moment of clarity. So a practice where we play with a couple of balances where you need your full focus, but can you soften into it rather than gripping, rather than forcing? Can you soften? Can you let momentum carry you a little? Can you let your internal stability hold you? So starting by taking your middle finger to your thumb on both hands, middle finger to your thumb, have your palms facing down. And just for a moment, allow your body to sway a little forwards and back, maybe side to side, just tiny micro movements. And from that movement, begin to settle into stillness. And then orientating yourself within this space, so finding the crown of your head, imagining that stacking directly over the center of your chest. The center of your chest, the heart space, is floating over the pelvis. And this internal stacking, this internal structure, if you like, can be found wherever you are, whichever shape you're in. You can come back to that. So however unsettled you are, there is some things that can remain consistent and steady. Let's take another breath here. Familiarize yourself with that feeling. Good. Now as your eyes open, you're going to bring yourself straight into downward facing dog. When you arrive in your downward facing dog, feel free to move your feet, your heels. Just give yourself a few moments to settle, to land in your body, however it feels this morning. And take a couple of breaths here, maybe shaking out your head. Feel the neck lengthen. And then breathing in, you're going to ripple your spine forwards into a plank pose. Bend your knees, draw your hips all the way back into a downward dog. Now again, inhale, feel every bone ripple forwards like a wave. Bending the knees, ripple it back, downward dog. Do it one more time that way. You'll probably be quite familiar with this movement. And then we're going to change it. Now bend the knees, bend your elbows. Let's swim the body low and forwards. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, downward dog. So you swim forwards, bending knees and elbows, pressing up, rippling back. One more time, swimming through, up and back. Good. Take a breath here. And then take your gaze forwards. Let's walk up to the top of the mat. Spiral your heels out. We're going to bend the knees as you come into Malasana yogic squat. Ease your body side to side. And start to play with the transition of weight through the soles of your feet. So you pick one heel up, you land it. And as you pick one heel up, you shift the weight over to that thigh, over to that hip. Good. Now at some point, once again, let everything settle. So the transition moves you to then a place of stillness. Crown, heart, pelvis. Press the palms strongly so you really encourage the crown to lift. I want you to feel a real sense of opening through the collarbones, through your chest. Good, now bring hands to the floor, feet parallel as you come into a forward fold. You can certainly bend the knees a little bit. And then inhale, circle the arms up. Good, now you're going to circle to your right. Exhale, come all the way down. And then to your left, exhale. To the right, full circle. To your left, full circle. Once more, either side. Let momentum feed the movement. Come up. Now close your eyes. Stay with that sensation of being slightly giddy. In fact, feed into it. Let the body sway. Good. So slightly disorientating. Now let the palms float down. And then feel how stillness begins to ascend. Good, elbows in, palms open. Keep the eyes closed. Notice how that movement begins to morph into stillness. So transition towards stillness, towards a new place. Take a breath here. Crown balancing over your heart, heart balancing over your pelvis. You're steady, you're here. You're standing. Inhale, circle your arms wide, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the chest. Exhale, step straight back into your downward facing dog. Take a steady breath in and a steady breath out. Right leg rises on your inhale. Good. Now as you exhale, we're going to cross right thigh over left. Inhale, take it back, open it into scorpion. Exhale, right thigh crosses in front of left. Inhale, open it to scorpion. Good. And on your next exhale, let's step the foot all the way through. Back heel stays lifted as you circle both arms up. Exhale, draw your elbows down. Now breathe in, we're going to peel the chest open. We are wide open. Exhale, wrap your forearms forward, bowing down. Inhale, you're open, you're receptive. Exhale. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Now stay. You're going to lower onto your back knee. Left hand to the floor. You're going to take your right wrist. So you're looking at the back of your wrist. Lean back here. Now in your out breath, we're going to swim this right hand forwards. And then it comes through towards the left thigh. Inhale, we resurface, we open. Exhale, draw through. So it's almost like we're swimming, we're riding these waves. And exhale. We'll do that one more time. Open. And exhale. Now lift the palm up. You can either bring the hand onto your thigh and stay there, or circle it and take hold of your left foot. Lift the chest. Breathe steadily. Don't force. Don't grip. And then release the foot. You're going to peel your right toes back. Ardha Hanuman. Release your neck. So in times of transitions, it's really normal to feel that we close everything up. We get defensive. We don't like change. So rather, can you keep the heart space open? Can you keep open to the changes around us? It's a little bit like the element of space. The element of space can host anything and everything. So can we host it all? Now inhale, come onto the sole of the right foot. Back leg lifts, moving towards a standing splits. Take a breath here. And then as we make this first transition, you're going to soften your right knee. Gather up the strength as you take fingertips off your mat. Inhale, let's float to stand. Left knee to chest. We're going to find a twist here. Your right hand to your left knee. Good. Breathe in, come all the way up. Standing pigeon, left ankle to right knee. You're going to sit as low as you can. So sometimes it feels a little uncomfortable, but can you stay? Can you move fluidly up and down? So not quite standing, not quite sitting, that kind of place in between. Good. Now breathe in, come up. We're going to find our way through, back to the ground through Ardha Chandrasana. Leg move out behind us. Right hand eventually is going to find the floor, but can you draw that process out? Can you come to a place where you're almost landing? Take a breath when you arrive. And then continuing that idea of floating through space, you release your fingertips, almost like you're suspended in air. Find the ground, warrior 2. Inhale, roll the palms open, take a breath here. Good, now exhale, you're going to draw your forearms towards the corner of the room. Inhale, gather it all back. Exhale, reaching. Inhale. One more time. Good, reverse, inhale. And then bring your forearm to your thigh or hand to the fourth of Parsvakonasana. Roll the chest. Really press strongly through your back foot. Take a deep breath here. Good. Now you're going to take your gaze back to the floor. Hands come onto the floor, come onto the ball of your back foot, look forwards. And begin by simply rocking forwards and back. So shifting that weight again. And then from there, you're going to begin to circle the pelvis. Good. Take it the other way. So continually shifting things up. So creating these new pathways of movement. And just watching how your body, how your brain responds to these different movement challenges. Good. Now pause, knees bent, left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Maybe you straighten that front leg, take a breath here. Good, and then bring the hand down, plank pose. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, swim forwards, up and back, downward dog. Again. Up, downward facing dog. Take a breath as you shake out your head. Release the tension. On your next inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, cross over right thigh. Inhale, up and back, open. Exhale, cross. Inhale, open. And cross. On your next out breath, you're going to step your foot between the hands. Good. Now as you rise up into your high lunge, make sure you feel steady. So you don't want to feel rigid. You want to make sure there's plenty of movement through the body. Elbows down, breathe in. Exhale, wrapping. Inhale, this new way of moving, of being. Exhale. One more time, opening our eyes. Exhale, feeling strong. Good. Now hands to the earth. Left arm to the sky, bring that back knee down. You're going to bend your left elbow, look at the back of your wrist. So it might be like you're looking at your watch. Breathe in here, lean back. On an out breath, we're going to swim that hand through to the right thigh. Inhale, we resurface, we're open. Exhale, we're diving. Inhale. Exhale, we're being moved along, we're not resisting. You can be cautious, but can you keep on going? Exhale. Good. Now open last time, take a breath here, feel steady through the parts of the body in contact with the earth. Maybe you then find your foot, peel the chest back. Good. Now as you release the foot slowly, hands to the earth, you're going to move into Ardha Hanuman. Drop your gaze. So we're constantly looking forwards or looking to the past, but can you just be here? Can you be comfortable here for just this breath? One breath at a time, that's all. Okay, now as you rebend that left foot, right leg lifts. Maybe you're folding in. Now as you start to release your gaze ahead of you, Bend the left knee. Start to feel that sense of strength contained in this transition. Fingertips lift. On an in breath, you power up through that standing leg. Come to stand, knee to chest. And then find your twist. You're reaching. Good. Let's find standing pigeon. Right ankle to left knee. Now again, how far dare you drop back? So you let yourself fall, confident that you'll be caught, confident that you have the strength to hold yourself steady. Inhale, rise up. Ardha Chandrasana. You're going to send the right leg out. And then left hand towards the floor. How long is it before you find the earth? Good. Now when you find the earth, take a breath there. Reach. And then as if in slow motion again, you're going to suspend yourself in space. Feel the strength that you're cultivating. And then you land. Okay, warrior two, palms to the sky. In fact, I'm going to change direction so that I can still see you. So your left foot is in front. Palms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale as if you're sweeping, drawing all of that space into the heart. Exhale, gathering in. Good, one more. Now as you settle into your warrior two, reverse, and then side angle pose, forearm to thigh, or hand to floor as you reach this right arm ahead of you. Chest rolls. Good, maybe your gaze drops, the neck feels easy. Good, on this next inhale, come to find the hands either side of your left foot, back heel lifted. Again, just check that you feel steady but not rigid. And then start shifting one foot and then the next. One foot and then the next. And then begin to pedal the legs. When it feels okay in one direction, switch it up, change direction. Your legs might ache, that's okay. And keep it changing so it keeps fresh, it keeps you literally on your toes. We like to get stuck into our routines, our habits. Good, and then pause. Left arm to the sky, maybe you straighten that left leg. And then as you bring the hand down, find plank pose. This time a regular vinyasa, exhale. Chest lifts, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then taking your gaze forward, second time, walk up to the top of your mat, spiral the heels out, Malasana yogic squat. Shift the weight side to side. Hello, Olive. So transitions again, foot to foot. And then you settle. Press the crown of the head up. Belly soft. Soft breath. Heart open. Press down into the feet. Inhale, rise. To your right, exhale, full circle. To your left, to your right, to your left. Good, now eyes closed, let yourself feel that movement running through the body as you stand tall. Close your eyes, sway with it. And then again, palms transition towards the earth as a stillness that descends. Elbows in. Settle your breathing, settle your gaze. Inhale, circle your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Lifting the chest, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Good, in your downward facing dog, take a nice full breath. I'm going to turn back onto the side of my mat. And then right leg is going to rise towards the sky. Now as you breathe out, is it possible to come onto your left fingertips? Maybe it's possible to bring your left hand further back on your mat towards your left foot. Maybe it's possible to reach that left hand off the mat towards your right foot. You might even be able to find the foot. Now release, place the left hand back down. Exhale, step your foot through. Back heel comes down. You're going to re-find your side angle pose. Possibly you've got your forearm to your thigh. Good. Now transition to Ardha Chandrasana for a second time. Gaze is down. Right hand is about 10 inches in front of that shoulder. Left leg lifts. Now that might be enough, or you might want to play with the idea of finding your left foot with your left hand. Kick it back. If you're holding the foot, can you keep hold of it as you transition up? And we'll all find dancer pose, Natarajasana. Take a breath here. Inhale, release, left knee to chest. Exhale, cross left leg over right, forearms together. Inhale, open wide. Together. Last time. Full eagle. Left leg over right, right arm over left. And fold. Take a breath here. Good, as you unravel, chair pose. Forward fold. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good, left leg rises. Possibly coming onto those right fingertips. Possibly the right hand comes back even further. Possibly it's coming off your mat. Possibly it's locating your left foot. Good, now let it go. Exhale, step it through. So back heel down. Forearm to thigh or hand to the floor, side angle pose. And then as you bring hand to hip, you're going to find your way to Ardha Chandrasana. Roll the chest to the right. That might be enough, or you might find your right foot. Either way, you're going to transition with all of your attention, all of your focus, and find dancer pose. Press the foot back. Keep your chest open. Now inhale, you come to stand. You feel that release of your tailbone. Good. Now as you breathe out, you're going to cross right leg over left. Forearms together. Inhale, we open wide. Exhale. In. Eagle pose. Left arm over right. And fold. Take a breath. Keep your gaze steady. Notice your feet bedding into the ground beneath you. Feel your roots. Good. Now again, chair pose. Sit nice and low. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple it forwards to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or upward dog. Downward facing dog. Shake hand the head. I'm going to come to a pigeon pose, right shin forwards. You're going to slide your left leg back. Inhale, lift the chest. Navigate back to crown, heart, pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale, keep that alignment as you float towards the earth. Maybe you come onto your forearms, your elbows. Maybe forehead is to the floor. Now, without changing your breathing, can you observe that little space where the breath dissolves into a new breath? gives rise to a new inhalation. But between the moment where it dissolves and arises, there is this moment of nothing, this space. And it's tiny to begin with. It's like a grain of sand. But if you notice it, over time you can get to dwell there for longer and longer periods. So a blink becomes a couple of seconds maybe. The space of nothing, the space of magic. Take another breath here. And as you bring yourself back up, draw your left leg all the way around. Ardha Matsyendrasana, left hand behind you. Right forearm wraps around the left thigh. You're going to bring your hand to the chest. Now don't take the gaze over, don't be looking back. Rather drop your brain towards the heart. So you're going to live from this more intuitive place. Trust your intuition, your intuitive knowledge. And even there, you can navigate the crown, the heart, the pelvis. You can drop straight back into it. Good. Take an open twist. Breathe gently in. Pause. And exhale. Bring your body, your gaze forwards. Either go back to downward dog and then bring left shin forward, or simply place left shin at the top of the mat and transition into pigeon that way, entirely however you feel most comfortable. And again, after an initial moment of stacking the body, on an out breath, easing yourself down. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax your jaw, your throat. Good. And then as you breathe in, lift the chest. And bring that right thigh all the way around, ready for your seated twist. Excuse me. So, left hand, center of your chest. Now again, drop your gaze down towards the heart. So dropping into the moment. Transitions, we can be longing for the past, yearning for the future. We're desperate to get somewhere. Instead, let's just take this moment by moment, breath by breath. Breath by breath. And then opening the body back. Take a breath here. Good. As you take your gaze forwards, bring feet to your mat. You're going to roll yourself all the way down. Keep your feet bent. Your knees bent, feet on the mat. Arms down by your side. So just let your bones drop. Exhale into the ground. And maybe you hug your knees into your chest. And take whatever your body needs. So if you want to twist, take a twist. If you want to circle the knees in opposite directions or the same. So in this moment, what does my body need? Before I transition into rest, what movement does it need? Arms out wide, drop the feet when you're ready. Feel free to stay with the knees bent, or maybe extending your legs away. Have the thighs wide enough apart so that thigh bones roll out, toes roll out. And again, just feel how the ground supports you, holds you. How you're suspended, how the bones are suspended. Take an 2 here. And let go. If you have time to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you can. If you are on a tighter time frame, then slowly bringing yourself back to hands onto the body. So just orientating yourself back, feeling the breath, finding your way in your own time back to seated, unless you are staying in Shavasana. And keep your eyes closed, your gaze down towards the heart, palms to prayer. And let your body orientate itself in the space, let it rock. Let it feel its way towards stillness, towards stability. Trust that it will find it. Trust that you will adjust.